boys and girls, welcome back to the Steak and Brush. I'm Christine, and today we're going to do something we haven't done in a while, and that is a foundation review. Towards the end of the year, there just really weren't a whole lot of foundations that were released and interest me. I can only think of even two that were released. I'm sure there were tons more, but there was the Huda stick, which I still might try. I don't know. And then there was the Gucci one, which I've heard horrible things about, besides the fact that it is crazy expensive. And I've seen a couple of tinted moisturizers come out lately, but those just aren't my thing. So today, this came out, I think, in December. So this isn't brand new, but I got the e.l.f. Camo CC Cream. This is supposed to be kind of a dupe for the It CC Cream, which I have not tried. But we're going to try this today and see how it goes. If you're new to my channel, a couple things with my foundation reviews. I do them over a course of at least 3 days. That way I can test them with different primers, setting them with powder or not powder, different powders, setting sprays, that kind of thing, so that I know that my first day impressions are not guided simply because of maybe a bad combination of other stuff that I'm wearing with it. So I'm trying to give it the best chance I possibly can do. On the first day, I will always do half my face with a sponge and half of my face with a brush to see what works best, and then take it from there on the other days. And on the first day, I almost always use my No Poreblem Prime Essence from Touch and Soul primer, because that seems to be what the primer I found that works under the best under the most foundations. So I always start with that. Oh, my lips are crusty. Let's get some. Just putting the ColourPop Mulan lip scrub on it. It's not really much of a scrub, so I use it more of just a balm. Ooh. Okay, so I am starting with a clean face, although I did already put the primer on. My skin is 44 years old. I have some decent amount of sun damage and sunspots. You'll see around my cheeks. I'm getting the deeper wrinkles here in my forehead, and I have some fine lines throughout here. Not much acne. My skin is pretty normal. If it tends to run anyway, it tends to run a little dry. Maybe in the summer I might get a little oily through here, but not much. So that's where we're starting out. Let's look at the claims on the box here from e.l.f. I did pick this up in light 210. I am normally a light medium to medium, but I've seen a few reviews on this and it runs dark. So if you're picking out a color, you may want to really look at the colors on the website and don't just like, hey, I'm a medium, I'm just going to pick medium, because it looks pretty dark. This says it's for with neutral beige undertones, which is pretty much where I am. I'm neutral, tend to lean a little more, a little warmer, but okay, so it says, ditch your basic foundation. This color correcting cream is the only product you need to achieve a natural looking complexion, but with full coverage. A multitasking dream cream infused with collagen peptides and niacinamide, known to plump, hydrate, and smooth the appearance of your skin while protecting with SPF 30. Directions: apply 1 to 2 pumps of the CC cream to clean skin using our e.l.f. Complexion Duo brush to achieve an airbrushed finish. Whereas a moisturizer and full coverage foundation depending on your needs. We'll go from there. It does come, it's in a tube, but it has a pump. So let's look what it looks like here. It does take a couple pumps to get it going. I've only done a quick little swatch on the back of my hand. It looks pretty thick. I'll put 2 little pumps on there. Yeah, it's not going anywhere. So let's see what we get into. Let's start with the blender side. I'm using, this is a new blender for me. It's, although cat already got to it. We found it on the floor today. Just pulled it out of the box yesterday. It's the $1 Billion Brows one. My sister-in-law gave this to me. I do not get BoxyCharm any longer, or I don't even know what other she does, but she does a couple of subscription boxes and I don't. But anything that she doesn't like or want, I started to go over on that side. Anything she doesn't like, she gives to me, so. Well, the color match is pretty good. Okay. Just putting that on my forehead. It looks amazing. I mean, that's a very quick call. I mean, we'll see. I haven't really been wearing full coverage lately. I've been more going for medium. Oh my god. My mirror's a little dirty, but that looks like really good. I mean, really good. Because I have, a little bit of texture right through here. Let's see how the brush side does. I don't know what I was expecting, but I don't think I've ever actually tried an e.l.f. foundation. More. Beauty blender sucked up a little bit more than I would have liked. And these aren't full pumps that are coming out yet. There's still some air in the tube there. There we go. And this brush is the It Cosmetics for Ulta. What number is it? Airbrush, Complexion, Perfection. Of course, it's on a silver. It's on a silver brush handle, and the lettering is in silver too. Number 115. If you're the kind of person that it really matters what brush you're using. For me, it's pretty much whatever the most semi-clean brush is. Horrible. I don't even clean my brushes. I make my daughter do it. That looks really nice. Should let me clean my mirror off. My mirror is horribly filthy. Yeah, that looks, wow. If this, I mean, who knows how this is going to stay. But very first impressions, just from putting it on, that's really nice. Just kind of build up a little bit around my cheeks where I have more sunspots. My worst one is right there. Now, as far as all like the skincare claims on here, I mean, first of all, sunscreen is nice to have, but you should never trust it as a sunscreen because you don't put enough on your face for it to actually give you that coverage. So just think of it as like a little extra booster, but it's nothing that you should be like, saying, this is my sunscreen. Collagen in skincare that just sits on your face doesn't really impress me because the collagen molecules are too big to actually sink into your skin via topical application, so I don't care about that. Peptides are nice to have, and niacinamide does help with discoloration, it helps with acne, it helps with all kinds of things, so that's good. But I don't know, I can't speak, you know, how well it's going to work like skincare wise. I don't know how much I buy into much skincare on in your foundation, because at least for me, I don't wear the same foundation every day. But yeah, so far this is really nice. I think I'm going to try not to set it. Okay, so I'm going to go put on the rest of my face, and then we'll come back and see what I think of every, you know, how it worked with everything. Be right back. Okay guys, I am back. Since I'm not setting my face with powder today, I tried to use as many cream products on my face as I could to see how they worked. I used the Fenty Beauty bronzer in Macchiato, Maybelline Cheek Heat in Nude Burn, and I used this iconic London Illuminator. I'm not sure, this is the first time I've used something like this before, and I'm not sure how well I did, if it's going to affect the foundation. I hope not. It is bringing out just a little bit of texture, but that's the Illuminator, not the foundation. I made the classic mistake of going in and using a palette that I've never used before. I used the Esmeralda by Beauty Creations. I think this is another thing that came in BoxyCharm that my sister-in-law gave me. And I had a lot of fallout. And of course, I'd already done my foundation, so I hope I swept it up without affecting anything. Lashes, NYX on the Rise, also trying this out for the first time. And my lashes are Pure Lior. I'm not sure if I'm saying that correctly or not, but yeah, I got this from Amazon. I was gifted this by an Amazon seller to try it out. So far, so good. I wouldn't say they're anything like dazzling or, you know, innovative, but so far they seem like nice lashes. Anything else? My lipstick is again from the BoxyCharm, Hola Neon Velvet Liquid Lipstick, and I got this. This is the Easy Sell. So no setting powder, no setting spray, anything like that. Guys, this looks beautiful. There is nothing in my pores. So far, like, I can see the tiniest bit settling into my lines. Let me try to just buff that out a little bit now. We'll see how it works by the end of the day. If it does settle into lines, we'll see if, you know, setting it with a powder helps, but it looks fantastic up here. The cream products all blended out really, really nicely. Like I said, right through here, I have some texture showing that didn't show up until I put that illuminator on. And just right here, I have, I mean, this is actually, if you look at this, this is right at the line where I took the foundation up to, and I've got mostly concealer here. That always is a tough spot, but my nose looks fantastic. My chin looks good. Everything's blended out. It does not feel heavy at all, which, considering how thick it was, I'm impressed. I'm please, I'm hoping this holds up for the rest of the day. It's 4 p.m., which is not late for me to be putting on makeup. So I'll probably check in around the 11 p.m. midnight mark and let you know how it went. I will see you then. Hello, it's the end of day 2. I know you were expecting day 1, but yeah, day 1, I put something in my back and shoulder, and I couldn't do anything but lay in bed the rest of the day. I know this is horrible, don't ever do this, but I just took my makeup off with a makeup wipe and, like, crashed. It was, I just couldn't do anything else. But I will tell you, day 1 wore pretty well. You know, I only got to about 7 hours, I think. I did film something real quick holding my camera up. Yeah, and I accidentally deleted it. I'm trying to remember. I mean, it seemed fine, but it wasn't very long. It was like, you know, like I said, about 7-ish hours, so everything looked fine. today the primer I used was the Tarte Base Tape. I powdered with the AOA Studio loose powder, and I just knocked everything off my vanity. And I set it with the NYX matte finish spray, just because that's what I had right there. All right, so let's look at the end of day 2. This has been on for 10.5 hours now. And I did take a nap, and I think it looks pretty good. My under eyes look horrible, but you know, that's just how they do. I look a little powdery through here, but it did, you know, it's setting into those fine lines just a little bit, but not as bad as it was on day 1. My nose looks really good. Besides right through here, which is not foundation, my skin does not look dry at all. I can start to see it breaking down around this area. But everywhere else it still looks pretty good. It does look a little powdery here too. But you know what? It looked like that from the get-go. I didn't quite like it as well when I first put it on. So that might be the foundation. It might be the sunscreen, because the first day I didn't wear sunscreen because I put it on so late in the day there was no sun. But yeah, I'm still really, really liking this. Tomorrow I'll probably try a silicone primer and a different powder, and we'll see how it works that way. Might try to go for a glowier kind of stuff to see if that helps at all. And I did use all powder products today, so nothing cream on my face. So yeah, that's where we are on day 2. So far, so good. I'll see you in day 3. Hello, boys and girls. Okay, it is the end of day 3 with the e.l.f. Camo CC cream. I'm ready for bed. It's been 8.5, almost 9 hours. Today I primed with the AOA Wonder Skin. I wanted to use something a little glowy to see how it reacted to that. And I set my face with the Maybelline Fit Me Press Powder. Wanted to see how that did. And I did use a setting spray, the Catrice Cosmetics HD Active Performance. And I have to say, I think this combo is my favorite so far. Pretty close to the first day. They're pretty neck and neck. This one just seems to pull it out just a little bit more for me. But yeah, let's see how it went overall. All right, what we're looking at here in my forehead, which is probably the most impressive, it is not sinking into my wrinkles up here. It looks really, really good. It's looks maybe a little powdery here. Nothing like it did yesterday. I mean, not that yesterday was bad, but I mean, my nose looks good. No polka dot pores. We are starting to break up here. My cheeks look remarkably well, considering I took a really long nap, and so I was, you know, going back and forth, flipping back and forth, and I sleep on my cheeks and with my hands there. So for considering that, that's usually where I put my hands. So if we look at everywhere but that, it's holding together really well. I'm really impressed by this. Oh, the other thing that I did today that was a little different is I sheared it out more. I used a lot less. I didn't use the full 2 pumps. It might have been like a pump and a half. I had to wipe off a lot of extra. I just went in really light and then, you know, doubled up around here where I've got my darker spots. But my skin feels good. I think it just, there's not, it doesn't feel drying at all. It doesn't feel oily. I really like the way it's settling into everything. And 8 to 9 hours before this goes, that's pretty good. And this is not bad. It's just starting to break up here. And like I said, it looks really good through here, which is the best it's looked in the past 2 days. This is where I probably had the most problems, and with a little bit of sinking into here when I used, what did I use for that? I think I used, well, the first day I used the No Poreblem primer like I always do. I think day 2 I used this. I wanted to use just a more moisturizing non-silicone primer, so I think I used this base tape. But yeah, I think it did better with the other 2 ways as opposed to the base tape. And especially now with masks and things like that, I think setting it was the way to go. It wasn't bad on the first day, but again, I haven't tested this out with masks at all because I just really haven't gone out and worn a mask. Or, I mean, if I go out, I wear a mask. I just haven't gone out. So yeah, I'm very pleased with this, and for $14, it's really good. My biggest concern is just when you're ordering it, pay really close attention. If you can go, I don't know if this is up on Temptalia. I think that's how I got a match. Go somewhere where you can get a good match to a foundation that works well. I would never, just by going with names, I would never do a light color. I would always do like a light medium, or, in the summer, a medium. I would have never thought getting a light, but this, these run very dark, so you're going to want to go lighter than you normally do, at least by the names, not necessarily by the color here. Yeah, so that's how I feel about the e.l.f. Camo Concealer. Let me know if you've tried it. Do you like it? Have you had any problems? What works best with it? And let me know what other foundations you would like me to try. I have one other for another video. It's not necessarily a test, but I may do a full test. I don't know with it. We'll see. But yeah, I'm eager to... Oh, I do have another one coming. So yeah, I've got a couple more coming for you. I've been ordering so much I've forgotten. Oh, that's not good. Okay. All right, but thank you for hanging out with me today, and I'll see you at the next video. Bye-bye.